You have to open the doors. Good Shabbos, sir.
You doing Hagba or Wakafa or any of that?
Any of the Ha's?
I was gonna say I can lift the Torah, I think, if you want me to.
I'll do Hagba. You do Hakafa.
Okay.
I'll do Delilah.
He'll do She's gonna cut our hair. What?
I guess.
Shabbat Shalom. The Bishabbating hour is upon us. I don't know if that's a word, but it is tonight. We turn to page 10 and welcome our Shabbat. Ma yafeh hayom. How lovely it is today with a Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Hayaveh hayom. Shabbat, Shalom. Hayaveh Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. I wanted to be sure, are you hearing me out there in congregation land? Yes, okay. And hopefully you're hearing me out there in television land. Shabbat Shalom. We welcome forward Shauna Winokur. Is Shauna here this evening? You do not see Shauna. So who would like to be a stand-in for Shauna this evening?
Come on, Alexis.
Alexis for the win. I invite you to rise as Alexis leads us in the candle lighting in honor of Shauna.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. Am I not loud enough? I thought I was using my teacher voice. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel that have kindled light, as may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Please stand. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav titzianu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
You may be seated. Thank you so much, Alexis. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough, and the screen of your device, to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, and hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy, and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, or harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life and a restful and rejuvenating Shabbat. To bring some of the joy of Kabbalat Shabbat, we turn to page 14 and join together the third block down. Orza Ruach Lat Tzaddik, may light be planted for the righteous. Orza Ruach Lat Tzaddik, O Yishre Lev Simcha. Orza Ruach Lat Tzaddik, O Yishre Lev Simcha. Orza Ruach Lat Tzaddik, O Yishre Lev Simcha. O Yishre Lev Simcha. Orza Ruach Lat Tzaddik, O Yishre Lev Simcha. O Yishre Lev Simcha. Orza Ruach Lat Tzaddik, O Yishre Lev Simcha. Orza Ruach Lat Tzaddik, O Yishre Lev Simcha. Orza Ruach Lat Tzaddik, O Yishre Lev Simcha. O Yishre Lev Simcha. Orza Ruach Lat Tzaddik, O Yishre Lev Simcha. O Yishre Lev Simcha. We turn ahead to page 20, the pinnacle of Kabbalat Shabbat, the welcoming of our Sabbath bride. Page 20, joining to this evening in verses 1, 2, and 9. Shamo v'zahor b'dibur echad, ishmiyanu el hamyuchad. Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'litehila, lehadodi likrat kala, Shabbat nekavela. Likrat Shabbat lehuvenelcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maseh b'machshava tefila Hadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Oi v'shalom ater bala גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי הלאה בואי הלאה להדודי לקראת כלה עיני שבת נקה דודי לקראת כלה עיני שבת נקה We turn to page 26 for the Chatzi Kaddish, our bookmark between Kabbalat Shabbat and Ma'ariv. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah B'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malhutei Mehayechon uvyomechon Uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael Bagala bagala Uvizman kariv V'imeru amen Yehi shemei Rabbah mevorach Ve'ala molol me'almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yifroa v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithada v'yithale v'yithalal shemei dekudesha berichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran bi'alma b'imeru amen. Page 28. may be seated. We turn to page 31 and read together the bottom half of the page. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Page 32. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha, v'dibarta b'shivtecha b'veitecha, uvlechtecha b'derech, uv'shochpecha uv'kumecha, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם באמת. Again, getting closer and closer to Passover, the words of Micha Mocha resonating stronger and stronger within us. We join together on page 40. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא תהי לו, עושה She did exactly what we planned, and I was just making stuff up. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Praised are you, Lord our God, Redeemer of Israel. On page 43, at the top of the page, we read together in an interpretation of the Hashkivenu. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. On page 44, the sanctification of this day, the Vishamru. Vishamru. et yamin, asa Adonai, et hashemayim ve'et haaretz, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat, la'asot et hashabat לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. I've come up with one more reason why reading glasses sort of suck. Because if I'm looking down at the page, I can't quite look up, and when I take the glasses off to look up, then I might lose my place when I look down. Yeah, no, I can see fine looking out. And these are actually computer glasses, but whatever. Anyways, bitch, moan, whine, it goes to show you I'm older than I'd like to be. Well, Beard says that I was at home for 3 years with nothing else to do except let it grow. We've reached the point, really almost the pinnacle of prayer, which is the Amidah, the standing prayer, which we do a combination of together in community and privately, where we have the opportunity to use the words on the page in Hebrew or English to speak what could be in our hearts, or to take the opportunity to recite those words that come pouring out of our hearts and our lips. We start together as a community on page 46. Please rise, that's right. See, I like to make this, communal, that's right. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agitehi latecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. El Hagadol, Hagibor, V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גואל לבניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה,
ונאמנתה לך חיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יחלוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. עשים לעולם. שלום רב, או ישראל עמך, עשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדום, לכל השלום. כי אתה
moment we take the Torah out for some study. We turn to page 246. And Barbara, I think, is going to be opening. Okay, you may be seated, and you see, this is why I don't tell you to rise or sit down, because you guys already got that. I had a session a couple of years ago with Rabbi Larry Kushner, rabbi up in the Bay Area, and he was telling us that we should not be giving out, we should not be giving out page numbers and telling people what to do. And we're a bunch of rabbinic and cantorial students, and we all sort of looked at him like he was a little bit crazy. And we sort of tried it and realized that nobody liked it, but sort of realized that sometimes we don't have to tell you every single thing, every single moment, because I think you know a few things. I'm going to give you credit. Okay. Give me a quick second here. But hopefully, yes, I think I did see Genevieve. So Genevieve is here. I don't have to worry about, Alexis or somebody else having to stand in for her. Okay. So I invite forward Genevieve for the honor of our Aliyah this evening. I think you knew about this. Yes. Okay, good. Ta'amo Noah Miriam bat Avraham v'Sara Aliyah HaTorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. V'daber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Daber b'nei Yisrael lemor. Isha ki tazria v'yalda zachar. Vatama shivat yamim. Ki me nidakdota titamaha. Uvayom hashmini yimo basar olato ushloshim yom ushloshet yamim teshe bidme tahara bechol kodesh lo tiga v'el hamikdash lo tavo admalot Yemei tahara ve'im nekeva teled vatama shivim kinidata v'shishim yom v'sheshet yamim tashev al damei tahara.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Stick around for a moment. God spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, saying, when a woman conceives and gives birth to a male, she shall be contaminated for a 7-day period, as during the days of her separation. Infirmity shall she be contaminated. On the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. For 33 days she shall remain in blood of purity. She may not touch anything sacred, and she may not enter the sanctuary until the completion of her days of purity. If she gives birth to a female, she shall be contaminated for 2 weeks, as during her separation, and for 66 days she shall remain in blood purity. Do you care to comment on that? No, don't worry there.
I got one word and it was searching.
So we're going to cover this for a moment. Say that we welcome up Genevieve in honor of her birthday. And it seems that she knows this well enough that you must only be about 14. You probably just did this last year? Okay, I guess I was wrong again. Anything special you care to share about your upcoming or immediately past birthday?
It's in a couple weeks. I wish that my knees were still 14, but unfortunately they're much older.
Well, may you feel an uplift and joy in your birthday and the upcoming year that just seems to make like you're barely walking on the ground, and that your knees don't feel anything, because hopefully there is enough joy, love, and comfort of support through the ups and downs of 12 more months, that life may overall be good, and may you go in strength and have the possibility of coming back a year from now to do it yet again.
Thank you.
Now you can be seated. I won't quiz you more until tomorrow. I think we're going to do Misha Beirach first. Okay, I see what this says, but sorry, I see why this looks confusing. You weren't wrong, but we're going to do the Misha Beirach, then we'll do Hagbah. So this week, our community includes in its prayers Mary Bedell, Earl Benton, Nadia Boutros, Jean Clark, Jacob Ellis, Kristane Garisek, Adrian Greenberg, Terry Hoflish, Ann Ivers, Will Jones, Susan Kibble, Cindy Colson, Pinchas L., Steve Lesser, John Levant, Shara Newman, Terry O'Brien, Ronald Ross, Maria Weinberg Shar, Dean Stapleton, George Watson, Christine Wofford, David Zutz, Binyamin Ze'ev ben Ruchel Riva Sima, Sarah Bat Elisheva, and Esther Malka Hana Bat Batia Ruth. If there are other names that you would like to include this evening, I invite you to say them out loud or privately. We join together. Misheberach Avotenu Mekor Habraha Mimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Mekor bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say may they each sense our love, our care, our compassion, and our prayer. May it elevate each of them, bringing them one step closer to a full and complete healing of body, of soul, and of spirit. Amen. Now we welcome forward Hagba extraordinaire, preparing for his professional league tryouts. We rise. You may be seated. But don't get too comfortable. I don't know why I'm looking at that. Been one of those weeks. So if people don't know, I am someone who follows the news. And, well, before I get too far, I will say that I hope that all of you took the opportunity to listen to or read this week's bulletin, given this week by Al. By Al Davidson, and your son is a very unique guy who voluntold, I guess, to take this parashah. There aren't too many kids who want to do Tazria or Mitzorah as their bar or bat mitzvah portion, but you did a wonderful teaching in your announcement. The good news is I have something else to talk about. But I guess also I can say that this year is a very unusual year. I couldn't quickly find exactly how infrequent it is. In a regular year, Tazria and Mitzorah are read together on a single Shabbat. With this year being a leap year, they are read separately. Okay, that's, sort of part one, but not so unusual. But what is so unusual this year is that Tazria gets its regular Haftorah. Because if Tazria and Mitzorah are read together, you do the Mitzorah Haftorah. And in other years when they are separate, usually, I guess, Tazria is Shabbat HaHodesh, which this particular year was last year. So this happens to be one of the few years that it might be as infrequent as it may have been like 20 years since the calendar fell this way that Tazria gets its own Haftarah. Okay. Remember that. There will be a quiz to make, to earn your own egg cookie later. But I do follow the news. And the past week or two, the past few weeks really, some things have come and sort of, caught my ear. That in Newport News, Ebony Parker, and in a suburb of Detroit, James and Jennifer Crumbly. Not sure if those names mean much to you. In the case of Ebony Parker, she was the past vice principal of Rich Neck Elementary. She's currently been arrested and is about to, and will be on trial for child neglect. In the case of the Crumbleys, their trial and sentencing recently finished. They were found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. What stands out about both of these is they were sadly both about guns. In the case of Rich Neck Elementary, it was a 6-year-old who took a gun from home and shot his teacher, who fortunately did not die. And in the case of the Crumbleys, their son took a gun to school and murdered 4 of his classmates. He separately, if I remember, pleaded guilty to murder charges. But that's not entirely what joins these two stories together for me. What stands these two stories, or sort of puts these two stories together for me, is that in the case of Parker, the reason why she is on trial is not because a student did something horrific. The student's mother faced separate charges. But Parker was told, according to reports, at least 3 separate times that there was a problem, that this student potentially had a weapon, and she appeared to have ignored it. In the case of the Crumbleys, it seems that they did not pay attention to their son's mental state, and rather than just ignoring it or maybe missing it, certainly missing it is something that can happen to parents with their children, they decided that to make him feel better, they would buy him a gun. So what draws them together is that they seem to have failed at the test of sort of that see something, say something mantra that has become so popular in this country since 9/11. And it actually does sort of correlate a little bit with our parashah. Because in this parashah, it says that if you seem to have this skin malady, this tzara'at, which is what do they call it, sort of a supranatural affliction, not supernatural, but supranatural affliction, that what is it that you have to do? You go to the Kohen to determine if, what exactly is wrong. And the way that this correlates to these two instances is because when you notice that something is wrong, you can't just ignore it. Instead, you have an obligation. A little bit of a different sense, but according to Jewish law, you have an obligation to get a professional opinion, to get some help. And within this country, within our community, you should feel a sense of obligation to get a second opinion, to get some help, to pay attention and to not just turn away from what it is that is happening. My blessing for us this week is that we remember that. That often it is the easy thing just to turn away. It is often just the easy thing to ignore. I will say for me, one of the biggest pet peeves that I have in life is people who leave shopping carts in the middle of the parking lot. And I could say it's because for them, and I'm not trying to call out any of you specifically, I haven't seen you in the parking lot, but it's because sometimes that easy thing is you've unloaded your cart and you just don't want to walk wherever it may be. In the case of Costco, I truly don't understand because they have cart returns everywhere. But the easy thing is to just put it in the parking space next to you, to just shove it forward and make it be someone else's problem. It's a simple, as I said, for me it's a pet peeve kind of thing. But there are certainly simple ones like that where we need to pay attention. And there are certainly more serious ones that can cause people serious injury or death. So remember that sometimes doing the right thing is not always the easiest thing. And more importantly, that in doing the right thing, that if we all pay attention and care, may you never have to do it alone. Shabbat Shalom. We turn to page 282. I think Barbara's going to open the curtain.
Why not?
As we rise for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach Ado Adei Gilula le'yotzei Bereshit shelo asanu kigoyei haratzon velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama. As the curtain is closed, you may be seated. time we have the opportunity to remember those whose physical bodies may be gone, but whose memories and teachings still continue to live on within us. This week, our community observes Shloshim for Ennis Marcus, mother of Carrie Marcus, Dr. Michael Mike Capsuto, husband of Myrna Capsuto, father of Elliot Capsuto and Cheryl Binder, grandfather of Claire Capsuto, Alexia Capsuto, Jared Binder, Brandon Binder, and Haley Binder, and great-grandfather of Bryn Arlene Binder. As I read the names of those whose yortzites we observe, I invite you to rise. Mary Citrons, mother of Rena Schulman, James Duval, father of Sarah Duval, Lily Fruchter, grandmother of Laura Pinkham, Oscar A. Goulden, father of Maureen Finder, Gloria Green, Raphael Greif, grandfather of Wendy Cohen, Dora Jaffe, Abe Kempler, grandfather of Andrew Kempler, Mindy Kempler, grandmother of Andrew Kempler, Judith Liebman, mother of Sheldon Liebman, Ray McGeed, Lucille Osborne, mother of Elaine Weissman and Rochelle Kaplan, Holden Raphael, husband of Bonnie Raphael, David Romanek, uncle of Susie Katz, Joanne Ross, wife of Ronald Ross, Norman Schaffler, father of Wendy Sack, Jerry Schwartz, father of Arlene Dempsey, Harriet Spandorf, Irving Weiner, father of Maureen Udelf, grandfather of Michelle Davidson, and Pauline Weinstein, mother of Shmuel Fisher. Are there any other yortzites to acknowledge? Thank you. I invite the community to rise in support of those observing a yortzeit and on behalf of those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. We join together, page 294. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Bi'alma divrach hirute v'yamnich malchute b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru Amen. Yehe Shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulamei amaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpo'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata damiran bi'alma v'imru amen Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imrumav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichrona livracha, may their memory be a continued blessing to all who knew and loved them. You may be seated. I invite forward the dynamic, the energetic, and the informative, not to mention graceful, Barbara Hamov for this evening's announcements.
Thank you, Rav Eric. My name is Barbara, and I represent your board of directors tonight. Thank you so much for that informative Devar Torah. It is also a pet peeve of mine with the shopping carts, and when you're going from your car to the store, why do you not take a shopping cart with you on that way as well, rather than walking past the shopping carts to go get a shopping cart? That's always just bothered me to no end as well. But not all of them. Okay, not when you work in Pete's, girlfriend. Trust me, there's no cleaning up that. I would like to thank everyone who was of service this evening. Of course, Rav Eric and Catherine Klein, but also Mark Goldhammer, Al Davidson, Andrew, Haimov, right? Yes? Okay, Andrew Heimoff, he's a very handsome guy. And out in our lobby, we have Bruce Steiner tonight. Also, thank you to Howard Gordon. We appreciate everyone's service. Now, it comes time for the announcements. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I've always wanted to do that. We have the town hall. That's this Sunday at 9:15. Please feel free to arrive a few minutes early. We are looking forward to having your feedback regarding what's going on with CBT. We would also like to remind you of the Brotherhood Beer Tasting, which is Saturday, April 20th at 6 p.m. And I hope you'll join the Heimov family at the Passover Second Night Seder, which will be held at Temple Beth David. Welcome out there in streaming land. Tonight's stream was sponsored by Diane and Sam Salzman, so we appreciate them. I think they may be out there tonight as well, so thank you for that. And Andrew and Brandon, thank you guys so much for sponsoring the ONEG. I am looking forward to eating some delicious food with my CBT family, and thank you again for letting me be of service to this congregation.
Say there is Torah study tomorrow morning at 9:15. I will try to log in a little bit early and make sure that with either the help of technology or the help of Jenna that we have it going. So I hope to see a couple of you and at least a few more I think that I've usually join. And if you're not able to make it, well, I'll just hold it against you later. We, I believe, conclude on page 200. Is this really 294 or is this? No, it's not 294. It's 320 something or another with the Don Olam. 321 with the Don Olam, which will be followed by Kiddush and Motzi. And in advance, I believe Jeremiah is going to do it for us because... Oh, because I don't believe I see anybody else under the age of 18. But if you feel like you're under the age of 18, come up and join them. Anyways, Adon Olam.
Adon Olam Hashem Allah B'terem kol yitzir nivra Li'en nasav hesakol Azai melech Li b'yetzara v'hu nisi umanos li menat kosi b'yom ekra b'yado apid ruchi v'yeti shan v'ya'ira v'im ruchi geviyati Adonai
Jeremiah, get us to our own egg. Baruch.
Eloheinu melech haolam, orei peri hagafen. Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Beratzavanu, B'Shabbat Kodsho, B'Ahava U'Ratzon Hinchilanu, Zikaron L'Maaseh V'Reishit, Ki Hu Yom Tehillah, Lemikraye Kodesh, Zeh L'Tziat Mitzrayim, Ki Banu V'Harta, V'Yotanu Kidashta, Mikol Hamim, V'Shabbat Kodshecha, B'Ahava U'B'Ratzon, Hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
And you don't even have to share this evening. It's all yours.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, potei avon.
Otei Avon, Shabbat Shalom.